What's up, YouTube? It's Chuka the Barber, and I got the wave cap taper here for you guys today. The reason I call it a wave cap taper because it's perfect for rocking a wave cap with this taper, alright? And you can also call it a high taper fade. Let's get into it. This is the before shot. This is the after shot of the cut. Check out that blend and see how I tapered it around the ear and faded it and kept it dark on top and kept it wavy. I really like this cut because it's just clean. Alright, so let's get into it. These are the tools I used. I used the razor, I used the magnetic guards, the first four, and then I used a comb, the Andis Masters, and the Andis Fade Masters. I also used some enhancements, the Enhanced Pro Barber Hair Fibers, and also the Enhanced Hold Spray. As the trimmer, I used the Andis Cordless T-Outliners with a modified blade on them that I modified with the 1 minute blade modifier. That's how you get the sharp lineups, alright? So, I got the 1/4 guard on the regular Masters, and I'm going with the grain. And I'm adjusting until I'm taking enough hair off, but I'm not trying to cut the waves off. I want to keep it dark on top. I want it to look full, so I'm gonna make sure to keep it at that. Start my guideline for the taper, taking it from that corner all the way to the top of the ear, basically. And then I'm doing the back, and I'm gonna take it up kind of high because I'm doing the taper fade, and I want to have this fade look on around the ears, and I want it to connect. So I'm taking it up high enough for that. Doing the same thing on this side that I did on the other side. I got the 1/8 guard on, lever all the way open. I'm going with the grain to kind of lay down the hair that I'm gonna taper and get it like nice and clean and really set the foundation for my taper. So I'm gonna make sure, you know, this is laying down clean, it's low, it's trimmed, trimming the front area of the hairline for the lineup. And then I'm also like, I got the lever open and I got the clipper tilted a little bit, so I'm not taking off too much hair off the top, and I'm just cleaning it up. So really laying the foundation. I got the Enhanced Hold Spray. I'm spraying it on there so it can dry now, so when I do my initial lineup, the hair can stay in place while I'm doing it, shaving it, getting the taper ready. And then I'm gonna tap the line, and right here, you know, I will go back over the line later on, but I'm putting the line in here because I want to see my taper happen. So make sure you come down on the hair when you're lining up. Got the 1/8 guard on, lever all the way open, trimming the area that I'm about to taper. That way I can see my taper come to life. Now I got the 1/4 guard on, and I'm gonna just, you know, clean up that area on the top. So that way I just, you know, I know I'm gonna remove that hair anyway, so I'm just getting it out the way so I can see my blend happen. Okay. Now start my taper, lever all the way closed with the regular Masters, and you know, I'm gonna go back over it with the Fade Master just to get this line out. Now you can do this with the T-Outliner trimmers, or you can do it with the Fade Masters, but I'm gonna just get that line out, and then I got the regular Masters again, adjust the lever and bring that guideline up a little bit to start my taper, and then I'm gonna just watch it come together as I work my way up. Adjust the lever a little bit and bring it up some more. Pay attention to how, you know, I'm blending it, how high I'm taking it, how I'm working it, making sure that it's nice and clean before I make my adjustment and take it up a little bit more. And I want to bring it up high because remember, I'm gonna connect it to the back, so you're gonna see like this transition over the ear is gonna be light over the ear, and you're gonna see like the transition going to the back of the taper. So I'm taking it up high, I'm working on it, making sure I go at the right angle to get what I need. Get out all the dark spots before you move to the next step. That way you don't have that much cleanup work to do. Lever all the way open with a 1/16 guard on. And I'm gonna blend up, take it up some, and then I'm gonna adjust the lever and bring it in now and work my way down. And you can watch the line just disappear as I, you know, adjust the lever and I blend my way down. Now lever all the way closed. I'm just getting that transition, that blend nice and clean. You can see the blend. Now I got the 1/8 guard on, and I'm taking it up a little more. Lever all the way open, working my way up. See the blend coming together. Okay, now I got the 1/4 guard on, lever all the way open. I'm gonna just make sure that it transitions into the top of the hair nice and smooth. Close the lever a little bit, and I'm working my way around the ear slowly because I'm gonna end up blending that part a little bit, but I'm not gonna do it now. But I do want to start, you know, preparing for it. So make sure that it's nice and clean over the ear too, and the blend is just flawless before you move on. Okay, so I'm gonna blend this back. Now I got the lever all the way closed on the regular masters, and pay attention to how I blend it, how I angle it as I blend my way up, and how I connect it to, you know, the front part of the taper, the sides. So I'm gonna work this half first. I'm gonna focus on this, and I'm gonna blend the back at an angle as I work my way up to connect it to that front right taper. So pay attention to how I do that. You see, it's gonna be angled eventually. So adjusting my lever, bringing my taper up. And as I get higher and higher with like the taper and leaving like more here in the higher parts of the taper, I'm gonna start making that transition, that blending to the front right taper. So I work my way up. So now I got the lever all the way open. And you can see how I'm starting to angle it that way towards the ear a little bit. Now I'm gonna connect it. So I got the 1/16 guard on, lever all the way open, and now I'm angling it even more to make that connection. And I'm just working this half, because on the other side I'm gonna just do the same technique and I'll blend the back together as I do the same technique on the other side. So just focus on this one side and make sure you blend it nice and clean to the front without taking it too high around the ear, like too low. You still want to have a line around the ear, but you want to just have like this smooth transition. Okay, lever all the way open with a 1/8 guard on, and I'm there angling it, getting ready to connect it. Lever halfway closed, and I'm just still blending using that same technique. And now as I start getting higher into the back taper, I'm starting to, you know, blend it, you know, connect it. You see how I'm angling and going against the grain, making sure the transition, the blend is clean. Okay, and now I'm just, you know, trimming that around the ear, and now working that out. 1/4 guard on, lever all the way open, and I'm just angling it, bringing it in, and just blending it. See how this half is faded and the other half isn't. All right, now I'm lining it up, and I like to line it up, get that sharp line. You can see your work, see the taper, and if there's any more blending you need to do or transition around the ear, then you can work on that. But this helps it come together, helps you actually see what's happening. I can see where I need to touch up and really blend and lighten up to really make that nice smooth transition and connection. Now I got the 1/8 guard on, and I'm gonna trim this other side, knock down some bulk of the hair so I could get it prepared for my taper. And I'm gonna repeat the same process on this opposite side. And the only thing I'm really gonna do different is the way I blend, you know, this side into the other side. So what I do is just kind of, you know, you do the same technique, but you're just running that blend all the way into the blend that you already did on the right side. So you're just transitioning it in there and making sure it blends together smoothly. So hitting this side of the lineup, making sure I'm going down on the hair, on top of it, getting that clean line up, that sharp edge, and I'm not pushing up, but I'm just coming on top and then hitting the hair. So that's very important. Okay, so now I got the regular Andis Masters, and I'm gonna start my blend doing the same thing that I did on the other side. This time I'm gonna use the TI liners to get that line out, make sure that's nice and clean, that there's no line in there. And then I make my adjustment with the regular Andis Masters, and I work my way up and I blend it just the same way I did on the other side. .1/16 guard on, lever all the way open, starting a new guideline, and then working my way down with the lever. Lever all the way closed. Make sure you pay attention to the detail. The detail is everything. 1/8 guard on, and trimming around the ear a little bit, preparing that connection. 1/4 guard on. You see how I knocked down the hair, how you can already see the connection from the front taper to the back taper already beginning to happen. You can see how it was light on that side above the ear a little bit. That way I can see the blend. It makes it easy for me. Now, you see how I start over with the taper that I already did, and then I come over and I bring that taper over to this side. That way, I'm kind of re-hitting the taper in a way, like I'm using it as the taper I already did as like a guide, and then I'm just bringing it over and wrapping it around, and this will give you that, it looks like you did it all together as one. It doesn't look like it was half done and then the other half done, and you couldn't tell, that there was any, that the process was done that way, and that's how you want it, so use the first taper as the guideline, and then work your way over. Start to angle it as you get up into the 1/16 guard and the 1/8 guard. See the taper coming together, so it's a little dark there, so I got the 1/16 guard on, and I'm gonna blend that out now. Lever all the way open, and I'll work my way down, adjusting the lever, closing it as I work my way down. And you can see the taper is nice and clean, and you can see how it runs up against the side hairline in the back, and then how it begins to go around the ear, and it's just, it's lightened up around the ear, and then it transitions into that front taper. So now I'm gonna line them up on this other side, and you can see how sharp these trimmers are hitting, how it's really lining up, effortless, sharp lines. You gotta have your blade set right on these, and you gotta have a modified blade on them. That's how you're gonna get these type of results, okay? And a modified blade basically is the tip of the blade that's tapered off so that it's thinner. So now the trimmers perform better and they hit sharp like this. So you can do that in 1 minute with the 1 minute blade modifier. It does it for you, and then you can get those results and that type of performance with your trimmers, okay? So now I'm a free hand with the Fade Masters, was freehanding with the Fade Masters. Now I'm hitting his goatee real quick. Enhanced hold spray. I'm spraying it again because now I'm gonna apply the enhanced fibers, okay, to really just darken up the hairline a little bit. So just hit that about 6-8 inches from the hairline and just fill it in. Give it that enhanced look, make the hairline pop. You can comb it in a little bit to make sure it's distributed, evenly, and then I'm gonna just re-hit the line. Get that sharp, nice, defined line. Go behind it with the razor. And these are the details that really make a difference. Now I'm gonna go back freehand. You can see how I'm just gliding it. Clipper slightly tipped up so I don't dip into the hair and patch them. I'm getting those loose hairs, perfecting the cut. Coming down with it, you gotta be real careful with this, okay? So here's the final cut, a nice clean high taper fade. I like doing these and they're perfect again for rocking the wave caps because it's tapered out on the sides and the back is high, and the transition around the ear allows you to really rock the wave cap without splitting your hairs and seeing that line in there from tying the wave cap. And it's just a nice clean look. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Alright, let me know what you think in the comments, how you like the style, the haircut, and the tutorial. And don't forget to connect with me on social media. I'm on Instagram at Chuka The Barber, and the brand is also on there at The Rich Barber. Alright, I'm Chuka The Barber. I'm out.